Hello everyone, welcome to Shabeta Uganda e-learning. In today's lesson, we're going to look at joints. Feel free to subscribe if you are new. We love you all. Thanks for following, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting us, and thanks for keeping in touch with us. So back on topic, today's topic we're going to look at joints, and the objectives of this lesson is that by the end of this lecture, the following should be addressed: definition of joints, classification of joints, examples, significance, joints of the upper extremities. Joints. A joint is a point where two or more bones articulate. Articulate means where they move from. So the examples of these joints, we have the knee joints, tibia and femur, where the tibia articulates with the femur. That's the knee. When you touch your knee, there's a point between where the two bones articulate from the femur with the tibia. So that one forms a joint. Shoulder joint, humerus and glenoid cavity of the scapula. If you touch your shoulder and you try to twist the hand around, you tend to find that there's some free movement of the hand. So the place whereby the hand is able to move, that process is called articulation. So it's called the shoulder joint, humerus and glenoid cavity. It's where the humerus of the hand articulates with the glenoid cavity of the scapula. The scapula is this backbone, this shoulder bone. When you touch behind your back, this shoulder bone is called the scapula. The hip joint and pelvic bone and femur. You touch your hip, there's a place where the bone, the femur, articulates with the pelvic bone. The pelvic bone is the bone at the lower back of the spinal cord. Ankle joints and the wrist joints. We are going to look at the classification of the joints. Joints can be classified based on the structure and function. Structure classification, we see the structure and then we can classify the type of joint it is. So based on makeup, structure between articulations, or a place where two or more bones meet and rotate from, or structure joining the two articulating components of the joint. First of all, we have got the fibrous joints. Those are the skull joints and they're located on the skull. Cartilaginous joints, pubic symphysis, synovial joint or shoulder, elbow, hip joints. So the synovial joints are found at the hip joints, elbow and shoulder, whereas cartilaginous joints, these are found in pubic symphysis. Fibrous joints, these are found in the skull joints. So the table below shows classification, the structure and the examples. On your right, upper right, we look at the fibrous joints. Structure: articulating bones joined by fibrous connective tissue. And we look at the examples. You have the structures of the skull, tibia, fibula and radio-ulnar, teeth in the sockets. All those are classified under fibrous joints. Look at cartilaginous joints. Articulating bones joined by fibrocartilage or hyaline cartilage. So the examples where the cartilaginous joints are found is intervertebral joints, pubic symphysis, sacroiliac joints, epiphyseal plates. Moving on, going to the synovial joints, joint capsule containing synovial membrane and synovial fluid, all freely movable joints, most of the joints of the limbs. Those are the synovial joints. Synovial implying they are lubricated by the synovial fluid. So those ones are found in all movable joints at the wrist. Look at the knee, look at the shoulder and the elbow. That's where you find all freely movable joints. Functional classification: Joints are classified based on their range of movement. Immovable joints are this immovable joints. Another name to mean immovable joints is called synarthrosis. Synarthrosis. Looking at another one, slightly movable. Slightly movable are called amphathrosis. Then the freely movable or mobile joints are called diarthrosis. So you don't confuse these biological words with this. This is normal English, immovable joints, slightly movable, whereas biological names of the immovable joints are called synarthrosis, slightly movable, amphithrosis, freely movable, or mobile joints are called diarthrosis. Hope this one is clearly noted. Now I'm going to look at the synarthrosis, which are immovable joints. In other words, we are looking at the immovable joints. These are completely immovable joints and have fibrous connective tissues between the articulating surfaces. So the examples of synarthrosis, we have got the cranial implying dealing with the skull. Those are the sutures and fissure joints. Sutures are those small linings. I'm going to see them underneath. Next slide. There are small linings on the skull that are attached each adjacent bone towards itself. They are called sutures or sutures, depending on your pronunciation. And fissure joints, these ones are located in the face and they also attach two or more bones together. Looking critically on the skull, are you seeing these small linings where the arrow is? These are the sutures. These ones, these small linings, these small lines, which you can see. These ones here, they're called the sutures. These ones here. So these are immovable. They're not capable of moving. They don't glide towards each other. They are just fixed together, as you see. Now these are the facial. They're the facial sutures. These ones you're seeing here. They're in the face. These ones here, as you see. I'm going to look now at the amphathrosis. These ones are slightly movable, or they are slightly movable joints. Afford some slight movement, have disc of fibrocartilage between the articulating bones, for example, pubic symphysis between the pubis of the two pelvic bones, intervertebral joints between bodies of vertebral bones. As you see, this is the vertebra, and then bodies of vertebra. These two are the bodies of the vertebra. Then intervertebral disc. This is the plate where they slightly move on. As you see, the two pelvic plates, we have got this one, thick bumper rim, thick ala wing for muscle attachment, dense bony column for weight transmission. So this one slightly offer a slight movement. And look at the diarthrosis. These are freely movable joints. These are freely movable joints and can afford a wide range of movements: flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, circumduction. All synovial joints are diarthrosis. Members, feel free to contact us at elearning@shabiya.net. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Today, this is what I had to share with you. I'm going to share more next week about continuation about the joints, exhaust all of them, and feel free to subscribe. Love you so much, and we are going to keep on submitting in more notes to help our dear learners and those at tertiary institution, Earth Tutors College. Look at College of Earth Sciences. We are going to do lots and lots of slides explaining, because students don't have enough time to read through the notes, but diagrammatically and through elaborations we're able to help each other. They are free notes. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.